This week, the Minnesota Vikings have a home game against the Chicago Bears. This is a must-win game by both teams. This is a Sunday 12 o'clock game. Vikings take on the Chicago Bears at home. Both teams right now are sitting at 6-7 in the division. Of course, Vikings have that head-to-head, and they're second in the division right now. But both teams are from the outside looking into the playoffs and need this win. The Vikings and Bears are both looking at that 7th seed, hoping that the Cardinals fall short. Cardinals do play the Philadelphia Eagles this week, and that's a possible loss. Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts looks a lot better. They beat the New Orleans Saints last week. Now, I know the New Orleans Saints don't have Drew Brees playing under center, but still, they beat the New Orleans Saints. You have to give it to them. They can beat the Arizona Cardinals if they beat the New Orleans Saints. We just have to hope that it does happen. Of course, the Cardinals are still better than the Philadelphia Eagles, but at the same time, from the Bears and Vikings looking outside, looking at that 7th seed playoff picture, they need to get there. They need this win. This is a must-win by both teams. Now, let's look at these injuries. Okay, the Vikings are really suffering with some big injuries here. So you look at the Bears, Deion Bush and Jalen Johnson did not practice on Wednesday. This looks good for our Vikings offense because we need to pass this game and we need to throw all over them. Of course, this is what happened the last time the Vikings played the Bears, and it worked. We need to pass all over this team. Those injuries, I don't want to get happy about injuries, but of course, they still have Kyler Fuller, the best player on the secondary. But at the same time, please, Jalen Johnson, whoever, I don't know who their backup cornerback is going to be, but whoever it will be guarding Justin Jefferson, and we need Jefferson to have a big day. And this will be huge if these players do not play. Not going to say I'm excited about it, but anyways, Vikings, Eric Kendricks once again did not practice with a calf injury. Eric Kendricks has missed the last 2 weeks with a calf injury, and it has really showed. This has really showed because the Vikings, with Eric Kendricks, the defense looked fine in the red zone on 3rd down. These last couple weeks, Vikings defense is not looking good, especially with David Montgomery, who coming off of three straight great performances. Now you have to look at it though. David Montgomery is not a great running back. He's not even a good running back. He's a good second string running back. I'm going to be honest. His 3 games were against 3 of the worst run stopping defenses in the NFL. The Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Houston Texans. Anyways, this time David Montgomery is playing. Last week when the Vikings played the Chicago Bears, the last matchup that they did play him, David Montgomery was injured, and their starting running back was Cordero Patterson, and he still ran all over us. Please, stop the run. Vikings have got to stop the run, and now we don't have Eric Kendricks, so it's even tougher for them to. Anyways, Kyle Rudolph once again did not practice with a foot injury. We saw last week, we don't need Kyle Rudolph. I've talked about it already. We do not need Kyle Rudolph. Anyways, CJ Ham did not practice with a quad injury. This is huge. This is huge because CJ Ham has been an X factor. He has played in the pass game. He has made big time blocks for Dalvin Cook. This is a big injury if he does not play. He's questionable to play right now, but we need CJ Ham. We need CJ Ham to play against the Chicago Bears defense because with Raekwon Smith, with Khalil Mack, they can stop Dalvin Cook. If we don't have CJ Ham, they can easily hold Dalvin Cook to under 4 yards a carry with those great linebackers right there. We need CJ Ham. I think that they're going to rush him to play this game. Anyways, Alexander Mattison did not practice once again with the illness. Who cares? I mean, of course, it's still a big blow, but I'm saying Mike Boone is a great backup running back. Anyways, Chris Boyd placed on IR, and they also waived Mark Fields and Holton Hill. Why? Why did the Vikings waive Mark Fields and Holton Hill? They're probably going to sign him to their practice squad once again. Mark Fields and Holton Hill has spent the last couple seasons on the Vikings practice squad, and that's probably what they're going to do. But anyways, we are starting Cameron Dantzler, Harrison Hand, and Jeff Gladney at cornerback. 3 rookies is who we're starting at cornerback. Why did you waive Mark Fields and Holton Hill when Mark Fields just came off of IR? I don't understand that at all. They're going to put him on the practice squad probably, but at the same time, Chris Boyd now placed on IR. All of our corners this game are going to be rookies, and that's what Mitchell Trubisky is going to be targeting. All game is just trying to throw over these rookie corners because this is how you beat the Vikings. Anyways, DJ Wonnum once again did have a full practice. We need DJ Wonnum because Afadio Denebo and Jalen Holmes are 2 of the slowest defensive ends I've ever seen. DJ Wonnum can hit him off the gun. DJ Wonnum is an athletic rookie defensive end, and I think he's going to have a great career with the Vikings going forward. He might be our best pass rusher right now. He might be because of how slow Afadi is and how slow Jalen Holmes are. Anyways, our entire O-line is healthy. This is going to be huge for this Vikings team to have a healthy O-line. Because this is a game where you have to use Kyle Rudolph. I mean, you have to use Kirk Cousins as much as you can. You have to pass all over them. So this means we have Brian O'Neill back and we have Ezra Cleveland back at right guard. This is huge for the Vikings team. This is huge. We need a healthy O-line because that's really what... how many times was Kyle Rudolph or Kirk Cousins? I kept talking about Kyle Rudolph. Was Kirk Cousins sacked last week? Was it like 9 times he was sacked? we need a healthy O-line because our backups are not good at all. Drew Samia has got to be the worst right guard I've ever seen in my life. And honestly, Brett Jones is a pretty good right guard. He's back too. Brett Jones was also injured. He's back this week as well. He'll probably play some snaps. We'll see what he can do. Anyways, again, big win by both teams. If the Vikings can win this game, they will maybe make a playoff spot. It has to depend on the Arizona Cardinals. Can they lose one or two of their next 4 matchups? Can they lose them? I don't know. Cardinals are looking really good, so I don't know if it's going to happen. But this week, we have to see the Cardinals lose to the Eagles, because if they don't lose to the Eagles, they have easy games ahead of them outside of the LA Rams. Anyways, how will the Vikings try to win this game? Pass, pass, pass. Vikings have got to put this game in Kirk Cousins' hands. Because if they don't, and we don't have CJ Ham, we will not win this game. Dalvin Cook cannot go for over like 6 yards a carry against this Bears defense without CJ Ham. We need those big time blocks. Even with a completely healthy O-line, which might help, you can still give Dalvin Cook 20 yards or 20 carries. He's not going to have a big day. He's not going to have a big day without CJ Ham, is what I will say. So we need to put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands. This is what happened the last time the Vikings played the Bears. Both Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen had a big day, and Dalvin Cook had a big day in the pass game. Also, you can pass to Dalvin Cook as well. Do those screen passes, those check down passes. It usually turns into first downs. Still, put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands. This is going to be a big day for Kirk Cousins. He has not had a great game at home yet this season. Has he had a good game at home this season? I don't know. Most of his good games are usually on away games. Anyways, we need to put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hand. We need to see Adam Thielen have another okay game. I mean, he's going against Kyler Fuller, a great cornerback, but Justin Jefferson, you got to give him like over 10 targets. You got to give him over 10 targets. You need Justin Jefferson to have a big day, and I think he will. I think Justin Jefferson will receive for over 100 yards, closing in on that Randy Moss record for most receiving yards by a rookie in one season. He will be closing in on that record this game, and I do think he's going to get a lot of targets this game. So Thielen and Jefferson, we need big days from them. We need big days from them, especially with Jalen Johnson out. Anyways, hold David Montgomery. If you can hold David Montgomery, even without Eric Kendricks, if you can hold him to under 4 yards a carry, you can take advantage of Mitchell Trubisky's mistakes, and you can get turnovers. That's how the Vikings defense will play well this game. Just hold David Montgomery. He's not a great running back. Don't look at his last 3 games against the 3 worst run-stopping defenses. We are better than that. You can stop David Montgomery with Eric Wilson, with Jaleel Johnson even. You can use him. Shamar Stephen. These guys can stop the run, and you just got to stop David Montgomery. It's not that hard. You just need them to step up. And then the last factor, special teams. Please, Dan Bailey, have a redemption game. We need Dan Bailey to do well this game, especially against the Chicago Bears defense, who is one of the best defenses in the red zone, forcing kicks. We need Dan Bailey to have a pretty good game. And this offense, I do think, will have a great day. I think the Vikings offense will have an amazing day. I think Kirk Cousins will pass for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think Dalvin Cook will total for over 100 yards. That's total yards, not just rushing yards, total yards over 100 and a touchdown. I think Justin Jefferson will receive for over 100 yards and a touchdown, once again closing in on that Randy Moss record. And then I think Tyler Conklin, I think Tyler Conklin will get his first touchdown this game. Of course, we saw last week, Tyler Conklin, he can make plays. He can catch the ball. I think he's going to get his first touchdown this week, especially with Kyle Rudolph likely not playing again. I think he will get his first touchdown. Anyways, I think Dan Bailey's going to have a redemption game. This is what we see with kickers a lot. They might have a couple bad games, and they will have a redemption game. I don't know why this happens with kickers, but it just does. And I think Dan Bailey, he will be 3 for 3 extra point attempts and 2 for 2 field goals if they don't get a replacement. I've already spoken about getting a replacement for Dan Bailey. I think you should give him one more game. I think having these kickers coming in and practicing is really good, and I think it's going to put a chip on his shoulder, and Dan Bailey's going to have a good game. If he does not cut Dan Bailey, because I'm done with this guy if he does not have another good game, and I think he will. So I have Vikings 27, Bears 20, a 7-point win over the Chicago Bears, putting the Vikings at 7-7 and looking into the playoffs. I don't think that we're going to be in the playoff picture after this week, but if we beat the New Orleans Saints, I think Vikings are going to the playoffs as a 7th seed. Let me know what y'all think.